He's risen. He's risen indeed. For centuries, this has been the Christian greeting of Easter Day. And with it, I wish you a very happy and blessed Easter Sunday in these wholly unusual circumstances. The empty tomb has a new significance for so many today who've lost a loved one in these last days when they couldn't be with them, but now simply see an empty space where their loved one once was. Today, we'd each have been celebrating Easter with our family and friends. Some weeks ago, I bought Easter eggs for those within the family to whom I always give them. They remain in the house waiting for the day when they can be safely delivered. Our Jewish friends have been unable to have the usual Passover family gatherings, and like us, our Muslim friends can't meet for Friday prayers, nor can they have family gatherings for the oncoming season of Ramadan. This Holy Week has been in every aspect unusual. Almost all of us are in social isolation, while some keep the health service meeting extra need, ensure our communities are safe, go on to the front line to ensure we can get supplies from supermarkets. Others are giving their time and taking risks to ensure food reaches those who need it most and have been living in poverty or have seen their income stream end. With the constant, though necessary, preoccupation with getting the message across, particularly to young and also to old, to reduce the risk of infection and the daily toll of hospital statistics. Inevitably, this Holy Week, we have been forced to think of the realities of life and death and the positive values of life in the community where public-spirited individuals have come forward to return to the NHS or have volunteered to help distribution centres get food where it's needed most. Simple actions such as pausing for prayer Sundays at 7 p.m. or the communal clapping at 8 p.m. on Thursdays have been very visible and I've found incredibly moving signs of the sense of community. The fundamental basis of Christianity is to love one another as God has loved us. We express that love currently by playing our part in avoiding contact which could pass on the virus in any way. We express that love by contacting people we know are on their own or who are facing particularly difficult situations. And can I invite you, as part of expressing that love, to contact 5 people today with whom you haven't had communication for some time and ask each of them to do the same. They don't need a sermon from us, but simply the warmth of our care and concern. Each of us has a contribution to the community which we can make by caring and praying for those whom we love and for those whom we don't even know, but whose plight we can understand. Some with faith are angry with God that this pandemic has spread, and we can be angry with God. However, all of us can focus on specific needs, personal and for others, to bring before God. By definition, anyone who's joining us in here has a wealth of resources on the internet for devotional material and for light relief. Some of us can target specific projects. Since last Tuesday, when the Scottish Government came up with a proposal to suspend jury trials, something that was never done in 2 world wars, Some of us have been working on practical means of using technology to enable the safety of all participants, but to keep the justice system functioning, and consulting with some of the best brains in different parts of the world skilled in law and technology. From the Thistle Trust, we've made available funds to the Thistle Foundation for their work with veterans, which is a particular need at the moment when all of the charitable sector is so badly hit and decision-making of necessity is slowed down. Let's make this a joyful Easter in our homes, in our family circle and friends, using phones and the internet. And let's make a reality our continuing faith in loving one another and in rejoicing that God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. On Good Friday, I took part in a vigil led by Alistair McIntosh, founder of the Gael Cal Trust in Govan and in Glasgow, an honorary professor at Glasgow University and at New College. And a phrase he used struck me had registered with me. Don't let a good crisis go to waste. In other words, let's take from this crisis the positives which have enhanced our communities. Have a very happy Easter and God bless.
Hello, my name's James Slimmings and I'm the Director of Music at the Robin Chapel in Edinburgh. We're really sorry that we can't be with you to worship this Easter day, and as such we're going to be making some little online services for you. These will be some of our guest preachers giving a little 5-minute homily, and then members of the choir, the lay clerks, myself and other members of the music team will be nominating a piece of music or perhaps even performing some of it for you. And what we'll be doing is adding those things together, linking it to you and sharing it through our social media channels. So, how I want to start with my nomination for a piece is it's actually 2 pieces, both of which are quite special to the chapel. The first one is the Amen from Handel's Messiah. This comes at the very end, just after Worthy is the Lamb, and as you know, if you're a worshipper at Robin Chapel, we have a choral Amen at the end of the service. And on Easter Day, we all get a little bit carried away and sing the Amen from Messiah. So that's the first part, and we've done that for years. The second piece is the anthem that we performed last Easter Day. So this is Easter Hymn from Cavalier Rusticana by Maschini. So it's actually an opera. The piece is from an opera, which is a little bit unusual to perform in a liturgical setting. But the point of the piece is that the village people are coming out for their Easter celebration and for their Easter parade, and everybody sings along with it. And it's so rousing and rambunctious that it really does encapsulate the joy of Eastertide. So I'll link to those 2 pieces, and I do hope that you can join us on Sundays at 4 p.m. through this medium so that you can keep in touch with the chapel. If there's a particular piece or a particular story or memory that you have, then we'd love to hear from you. If you just email organist@robinchapel.org.uk, then we'll make something work to fit you in with this. I hope that you're all well, I hope that you're all safe, and I look forward to seeing you back in the Robin Chapel soon.